It's 7 p.m. Eastern.
Phil, what's going out your way?
Hey, Phil!
Well, I think we've got some really good tips coming up for you. A lot of people out there complain about Microsoft Windows, and for features that are a dream for one user, they're just plain annoying for others, and that's why utilities like TweakUI exist. And so to help you and help us today with a bunch of tips to make Windows run better, we've got Rick Castellini here, and you have a whole bunch of these tips that you've put together, haven't you?
Well, over the years, as you mentioned, Windows gets so out of whack, or you don't want to you want to customize it to your own way of doing things. You find these little things, so it comes up handy.
And some are actually Microsoft. I think we're going to start with one which is Microsoft-based, and we're going to talk about some others.
That's right.
So what do you have?
We're going to start with Microsoft Configuration Utility because it's already included in Windows 98. 95 users don't have this. Windows 98 and Windows ME users do have it. You can get to it real easily by going to Start, and then Run. Type in msconfig. It's already typed in there for us, but type it again. Hit Enter, and you get this System Configuration Utility. It's also available by going through Starts, Programs, System Utilities, but this is the fastest way to get to it. Two things we're going to show you today. One is the easy one over here on Startup. And I get this question a ton. Rick, how can I get more memory, more RAM available at Startup so that my system doesn't slow down so quick? Well, the Startup is the place to go. And in here, as you can see, the TechTV computers don't have a lot of stuff, but your home computer may, where you have all these little programs that automatically start when Windows starts.
And a lot of programs that you download off the internet and install, they'll put things in your system tray or in your startup files.
Absolutely.
And a lot of the applications that come preloaded on your computer when you actually get it from the manufacturer is going to put things in there.
Exactly. Sometimes they're in there twice. Sometimes you'll also find that if you uninstall a program, it leaves one of the startup in there. So you need to get in there and find out how to get rid of it. This is the safest way to do it. So we can go in here and just simply unclick, for example, Load Power Profile. I have no idea why, but it's always in there twice. So I always unclick one of them. Another good one in here is Real Tray. If you Real Player comes up automatically anyway when you're doing Real Player content.
It's really insidious that way, really.
Yeah. So it just eats away at your memory, so there's no sense having it. So you can go ahead and do that. Click on Apply, click on OK. It's going to have you restart your computer. Come back up, you're going to have a little cleaner system tray, which is this little guy down here, and have a little more memory.
What else can we do with the system configurator?
The next thing's a little more advanced. I actually found this tip doing some research on the Dell support site, and it's a little tip that has helped me a ton in my own computer, and it's called how to limit the amount of memory that what's called the vCache, the virtual cache, in Windows uses. So all you do is click on System INI up the top, click on vCache, this little folder here, click on the plus sign to get it a minus, and you're going to enter two little lines in. Usually it's empty. We're going to have one of them is called the min file size equals 16,384.
Okay.
Then you just click in there again, click on new, and we're going to type in max file size equals 16,384. And this thing works like a charm. I've done it myself. It makes the system run a little quicker. It doesn't allow those programs to eat away at that RAM, make you reboot sooner. Works well.
You do need to be a little bit careful when you're doing this?
Always be careful. Anytime you do anything with the system, you want to make sure that you're being careful. The good thing is, with using the configuration utility, you can always undo what you did.
Now, this isn't the only way to do this, to tweak your computer, is it? There's other ways.
Nope. Another quick way you can go, and this again is, I'm not going to save our changes here, is what's called the TweakUI, or sometimes called Power Toys. Windows 98, to give us a little prop here, Windows 98 has the Power Toys included on it. Windows 95, you have to go to the website and download it. We have that link at TechTV Notes.
Now, interestingly enough, you can actually install it off the disk, and it's available on the disk, but it's not installed automatically. Is that?
Exactly. It's an add-on you have to go find. So we're going to go in here to My Computer. We have a Windows CD in the computer. If you explore, right-click and explore your CD. Again, these tips are all at TechTV.com. Go into Tools. And under Tools, you're going to find a folder called ResKit. And under ResKit, you're going to find a folder called PowerToy. And in there, all the one you need to install is this tweakui.inf. Just right-click on it, hit on Install, and it'll get you there. Now, the README text and the help file in that folder will give you more info.
Now, what can we do with this one that's a little different?
All right, let's do two quick things. And we're going to go, once you install it, Phil goes into Control Panel. So go to Settings, Control Panel, and there it is, TweakUI. So the two quick things we're going to show today, one is the annoying, for me it's annoying, if you go into Explorer, when you make a shortcut, you have that little arrow.
Yes.
And the little arrow is there for no particular reason other to show it's a shortcut. So I like to go in there and say None. Click on Apply. Let's look over here on the side on the computer screen, and it shows that there's some shortcuts there. So if we click Apply, Let's get these out of the way.
And it redraws those icons. I can see them peeking through there without that. And now, Tweak UI, this is a great tool. Now, some people have built on this, haven't they, and expanded this out a little bit more?
Well, there's a lot of third-party applications that allow you to tweak Windows. When you're talking tweaking Windows, you're actually making changes to the registry. And as we all know, that's not something you want to do. Because registry changes, if you don't know what you're doing, can cause your whole system to crash. So the third one, you could read more. We have, I think, 15 tips on the web for all these things. But we'll go real quickly and look at Tweak Revisited 3. This is a little program from a guy, let's see what the name is, Joe Software.
Right.
Joe Software. And we have the links to all these, again, on the website. But the two things I like about this is if you're bored with the Windows startup screens, you want to add a few more things.
The startup screen, that's the one that comes up first and it says
Windows 98.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, or the shutdown screen. But the one thing I want to show you before we show that.
Quickly, we're running out of time.
All right. Is this one here. If you go into Icons, the Start menu, and then you want to add or remove Start menu items, you can do that there. You can assign individual folders, rename drives, lots of things. But let's go back and we'll show the fun one, and that's under Pics. If you want to install a new startup picture or a new shutdown picture, just click on Install. You have to have a JPEG or a BMP file, and it has to be saved in 320 by 240.
So it's kind of a
320 by 400.
It's kind of a funny size for an image.
It doesn't look exactly right, and it has to be 256 colors. So go out, find the file, click on. We'll click on that file. It says it's installed. Click on Apply, close it out, and then if we shut her down, and
we should.
Oh.
Just quickly.
Just
for a second. That's great. Thanks, Rick. Rick's provided a bunch of these tips for tweaking Windows. And make sure you get 15, or all 15, excuse me, printed out. It's a great resource. You can also get the information at our site at techtv.com. Call for help. And I should probably also do a plug for your site, which is
helpmerick.com.
helpmerick.com. So coming up next, we're going to take a look at a free Windows file manager when Call for Help returns.